Hi everyone, my name is Camille Adams and I am one of our registered dietitians here for the YMCA of Greater Grand Rapids. I'm so excited to film our Cook It Up recipes. Cook It Up is a program that we sponsor here at the YMCA. We go into elementary and middle schools all around Grand Rapids and we bring fresh produce and funky recipes that these kids may have never tried to those schools and those kids. We have instructors that go into our schools and they teach, just like you will see me teaching here, how to make functional recipes that will last for life. We also try to put a healthy twist on everything that we do, and I'm super excited to be here today. Hello everyone, today we are cooking it up with a purple power wrap. This recipe comes from USDA's Kids Healthy Recipes. A very close friend and fellow dietitian colleague of mine got a grant a couple years ago to make a ton of healthy recipes that USDA could put out, and I wanted to highlight this one because it's so yummy and fun and easy. We're always bringing you easy recipes. So today I've already started by washing my hands, and let's talk about some of the ingredients in this wrap. You're going to need some purple cabbage. Look how big this cabbage is. I think it's bigger than my head. I have a very small head. But this is a beautiful big cabbage. We're going to need that. We're going to need some whole wheat tortillas, some pre-rinsed and drained Great Northern beans, or you can use any sort of white bean that you get from a can. We're going to use some fresh romaine lettuce today, avocado, some garlic, lemon, and then some other seasonings to throw everything together. Let's start with chopping the ingredients that need to be chopped. Talking about chopping, we'll also talk about knife safety. When we're using knives, no matter what size, we want to make sure that we are protecting our little hands or big hands like I have. We want to make sure that we are using a claw shape when we're holding the produce that we're cutting. Today we're going to be mincing some garlic first. And I want to show you an easy way to mince garlic. I have a peeled garlic clove in front of me. We'll just need one clove. You want to put your knife over the garlic clove and use the palm of your hand to apply pressure to smash down the garlic clove, as you'll see I'll do right now. It leaves you with a smashed up clove that once you start chopping, it will be very easy to mince. Mincing is one of the smallest forms that you can chop food into, and so doing things like this will really cut down on the time that you need to chop over and over and over again. Great, that is easy, and I'm going to place this into my food processor that I have off to the right, and we'll use that a little bit later. Now we can continue chopping our ingredients. I have some fresh romaine lettuce in front of me. We're going to make sure we chop off the bottom and discard it to the side. We're going to shred this lettuce today, and the way I like to shred lettuce is I take a few pieces and stack them on top of each other. You can use the rest of your lettuce for another recipe or set it aside to make even more wraps. We've already washed our lettuce. Always make sure you wash your lettuce because there may be some dirt or anything on it that you do not want to eat, especially because we're not cooking the bacteria out of it. So to shred, I put all the lettuce on top of each other to create layers, and I just cut all the way down into nice thin strips. And that's it. That's how you do shredded lettuce. Now I'm going to place this in a bowl, and we'll put this in our wraps later. Next, we are going to be shredding our head of cabbage. This whole head of cabbage can be used probably to make over 100 wraps. So whenever I make this recipe, I always say save some leftover cabbage. You can put it on a sandwich or you can put it in a salad. Never waste. One ingredient can be used many ways. Today I'm going to show you a very easy way to shred your cabbage. So we've already washed it, and I'm going to take some of the top layers off. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a big chunk of the cabbage out, and you want a pretty big and sharp knife for this. So what I'm going to do is cut the cabbage. To reveal a beautiful inside. You could put the rest aside, like I said, and save for another recipe. So to make the shredding of the cabbage even easier, I'm going to show you how to use a mandolin. This is a machine that has helped people for a long time shred or slice things very thin, and it creates everything in the same uniform shape. So this is a guard, which once we start shredding this cabbage, of course, it's going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. And so we want to make sure we protect our hands. So at one point, I'm going to put the guard on top of the cabbage so we can get as much out of it as possible. In a mandolin, you have different sets of heads, kind of like a grater that you can use, and it'll collect here on the bottom. So I'm going to start moving my cabbage to and forth and start shredding it. Each wrap only needs about 1/3 of a cup of shredded cabbage. So like I said, don't waste this ingredient. Use this on a salad, on a sandwich, or whatever you may need. Cabbage is so good for you. It's purple, so you know it's an antioxidant. It has lots of fiber, vitamins and minerals, and it's just yummy and crunchy, right? Who doesn't love something crunchy in a wrap? So obviously it's gotten smaller, and as you can see, cabbage has built up on the inside of the mandolin. So I'm going to set this aside along with the lettuce that we'll use when we assemble our wraps. Now we can make the inside of our wraps, and we're going to be using our Great Northern beans as our meat alternative. This is a totally vegetarian recipe, and this is great because this can serve so many people. You never know who in the room doesn't eat meat and who has an allergy. So this is a great meat alternative to use, and there's still healthy protein and fiber in there. So we have our food processor, and I'm going to start adding my ingredients to it. As you can see, we've already placed our 1 clove of minced garlic, and I'm going to pour in our beans. I'm also going to squeeze in half of a whole lemon, and I'm putting my hand over it because this will help collect the seeds, and this will still help the juice get into our food processor. I'm also going to be using 1/2 of an avocado in this recipe. If you do not have an avocado, I highly recommend substituting some hummus or something else that will help make this creamy. I'm going to remove the pit by gently putting the blade of my knife into the pit so that it sticks. Twisting, and there you go, it's out. So go ahead and throw this away. Since my avocado is already ripe and we're already going to be blending everything together in this food processor, I'm just going to squeeze it in. We are almost done making the filling for our wrap. We just need to add some olive oil and some spices. So I'm going to be using 2 teaspoons of chili powder. Again, since I said this is the USDA kids recipe, we don't want it to be too spicy, but the chili powder adds a nice, robust flavor to it that we really won't miss. We're also going to be using the same amount of some olive oil. Olive oil is a great healthy fat, really good for you. It's an unsaturated fat, which means that it is liquid at room temperature. Saturated fats are the types of fats that are solid at room temperature. So if this is an unsaturated fat, who can guess what a saturated fat is? Butter. If you said that, then you're absolutely correct. We do need a balance of both saturated and unsaturated fats to stay healthy. Lastly, we're going to use a pinch of salt. Now that everything is added into our food processor, we can pulse on low until everything is combined into a thick paste. Let's take a look. Ooh, this looks good. I have my 1/3 cup here in front, and I'm going to scoop out some of this mixture and put it to the side so we can start making our purple power wraps. I've made sure to wash my hands before I touch my wrap, and now it is time to assemble everything. Yay! This is the fun part because then we know what we're going to do after, right? We're going to eat. So I'm going to take 1 whole wheat tortilla. Then I'm going to spread our bean and avocado mixture. This wrap has tons of healthy protein, fiber and fat and vitamins and minerals from the fresh cabbage and the lettuce. I'm so excited to see what you all think. And I think this is a fantastic recipe for a lunchtime meal. I'm now going to top it with some of my lettuce and my cabbage. How pretty is this purple cabbage? All these beautiful colors, and this is such a simple wrap. I mean, I can't believe it came together so easy. This is something you could make in advance and have for a couple lunchtimes as well. Now it is time to wrap everything up and wrap this video up. Did you get it? Okay. I thought it was pretty funny. So now it's time to wrap up our Purple Power wrap. Always wrap starting with putting both of the sides in, taking the side that's nearest towards you and folding it over everything inside, then folding it one more time. This is our beautiful wrap. Let's cut it in half and reveal the inside. Wow, this is so beautiful. This Purple Power wrap with purple grated cabbage, shredded lettuce, and our protein-packed bean and avocado mixture. This is sure to be a hit in your kitchen because it's now a hit in ours. That's a wrap, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. For all of the details, visit grymca.org under the recipes tab. Thank you.